Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to online classes and have a pleasant morning to all of you. Now, I Ajay Kumar, your English teacher, is going to start a new chapter from Behind Book NCRT class 9th. The chapter name is The Last Bargain, and this poem is written by Rabindranath Tagore. So let's have the introduction and then the text of The Last Bargain. The spiritual search is the one that leads to freedom and bliss. Much pain and anguish befalls those whose main and often only focus is on the material. The speaker is Rabindranath Tagore. The Last Bargain metamorphically compares that focus as the speaker, the metamorphical job hunter, searches for the best employment for himself. Now, dear student, we'll go through the stanza-wise explanation. As you can see on your screen, uh, I have just prepared this stanza-wise explanation for you, and you can read it and you can take the screenshot. It will be quite helpful for you while making notes. Now, let us go through a stanza-wise explanation. Come and hire me, I cried, while in the morning I was walking on the stone paved road. Sword in hand, the king came in his chariot. He held my hand and said, I will hire you with my power. But his power counted for naught. And he went in his chariot. Now you can see in the first stanza, the speaker says that one day, while he was walking on the stone paved road in the morning, the king came in his chariot with a sword in his hand. Seeing him, the speaker pleads. Speaker is pleading to the king to hire him. Now you should also note that it is the morning time that symbolizes hopes and courage in human. Hence, the poet seems to be hopeful. Stone paved road here means a difficult path. King in his chariot with a sword means a person with power. The speaker pleads to the king, which means that he is in need of something badly. He asks the king to hire him. Hire means hire here means that the poet wants to get what the king has. The king holds the hands of a speaker and says that he will hire him with his power. However, power seems to be naught. That means nothing or worthless to the speaker, because it is not everlasting. The king will die, and so his powers. The speaker is thus not satisfied with what king offered him. He rejects the offer, and the king goes away in his chariot. So, in this stanza, the speaker describes his first struggle to get something that falls. Now, we'll go through the second stanza. Hold on, guys. Now, we'll see stanza 2. In the heat of the midday, the houses stood with shut doors. I wandered along the crooked lane. An old man came out with his bag of gold. He pondered and said, I will hire you with my money. He weighed his coins one by one, but I turned away. Now, explanation. Now it is the daytime and very hot outside. The doors of the houses are closed. The speaker is wandering along the crooked lane. Crooked lane means a bent or uneven road. Thus, like the stone paved road of the stanza, this road is also difficult and full of troubles. Soon, an old man comes out of his house along with a bag of gold. That gold stand for huge wealth. He pondered, that means thought carefully, and finding that the speaker is in need of something offers him money and says that he, the old man, will hire him with that. Old man, in order to show how wealthy, he starts counting his gold coins one by one. However, like the power of king, the wealth of old seems to be worthless because it could not make the old man young again, nor it could make climate cool. The speaker understands that wealth is not something which is he needs because like the power, it does not remain in one hand forever. He wants something else and thus goes away. Now we'll see, a stanza three. Now we'll see a stanza three. It was evening. The garden his was all aflower. The fair maid came out and said, "I will hire you with with a smile." Her smile paled and melted into tears, and she went back alone into the dark. Now the explanation. Now it is evening time, and the garden his, that means fence or boundary, is aflower. Now aflower means blooming with flowers, the part of any plant. In other words, the garden is looking very beautiful and romantic. A fair maid, a beautiful lady, comes out and says that she wants to hire him, the speaker, with a smile, stand for with her beauty. However, the speaker finds that, like the king's power and old man's wealth, her beauty is also not everlasting. Soon the smile of that beautiful lady is paled and melted with tears, that stands for gone, and she goes back into the dark. Dark here symbolizes hopelessness, and the speaker do not want hopelessness. He understands that a smile that made her look beautiful is fake and not everlasting. It has hidden sorrows of the lady. The day is over, but the speaker fails to make a bargain. However, he has patience and persistence. He does not give up easily. Now we'll see a stanza 4. In stanza 4, we'll see the sun glistened on the sand, and the sea waves broke waywardly. A child sat playing with shells. He raised his head and seemed to know me, and said, "I hire you with nothing." From thenceforward, that bargain struck in child's play made me a free man. Now, the explanation of last stanza, stanza 4. In the final stanza, the new day comes with a new hope and courage for the speaker. He is at the seashore and sees the sun glistening. Glistening means shining. On the sand, and the sea waves are breaking, that stand for striking, and waywardly stand for in an unpredictable way. This vista is presented by the speaker symbolize his love and appreciation for the nature. Soon he finds a child sitting on the seashore and playing with shells. This is a symbolic image as the child has no desire for power or wealth or beauty. He is free of all these things which make the man a servant. The child raises his head and sees the speaker. It looks to the speaker that the child knows him. Seeing the speaker in a quest like search for something, the child offers to hire him with nothing. Nothing is a profound of symbol used here. It means freedom, liberty, independence, and free from desire. The speaker understands that this what he was longing for since long. He accepts the child's offer, and from thenceforward, that means that stand for from that day, the speaker finds freedom in the child's play and thus becomes a free man. This was the ultimate destination of the speaker. So, dear student, this is how we have gone through the like parts of this chapter, and we have gone through the explanation as well. And this was the part one of the whole chapter. part 2. In part 2 video we'll go through the literary or poetic device used in that, and we'll go through the question answer exercises of that chapter as well. Guys, you people have to now actually support us by watching the video more and more, sharing it with more people. In the like time of pandemic, it will help them a lot. This like brief explanation is going to make them understand in a better way. Now we have reached to the end of today's first part of the video. We'll meet again in the second part of the video with the explanation of literary device and exercises of this chapter. Thank you everyone. Stay tuned, stay healthy, and take care. Bye.